Bonjour, bonjour les enfants. Comment ça va? Ça va bien? Ça va pas bien? Tu te sens comment? Tu as une fièvre? Tu as un toux? Qu'est-ce que tu as? Hey, how's it going? Listen, I'm trying something new. Gonna put this up here on YouTube. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I keep making them, maybe I won't, but I'm trying to do this to get us into some French. This is for whether you're taking the French 1 in the morning for 50 minutes, whether you're taking the French 1 after lunch for the block class, or whether you're taking the French 2 class right before lunch. This is just going to be for everybody for right now. I may be breaking into some smaller little things for each individual class just to get us in there. Leave comments, please. Let me know what you think. I'm going to give you a couple of little assignments, and you can add those in the comments too, and I'll take a look at it and try to correct it. What we're going to talk about today is la santé. La santé, which is health. Of course, we're talking about coronavirus everywhere that you turn, social media, with memes, with news. Right here on this little thing, we're going to be talking about le coronavirus, the coronavirus. And how do you feel? How would you say that you feel well? How would you say that you feel sick and your symptoms? And do you need to go to the doctor? So we're not going to have a big, huge lesson, just some basic vocabulary to get you through, a little bit of an assignment that if you wanted to do it, you could practice, type it up, leave it in the comments, and I'll take a look at it. Okay? But before we get started, let me just go ahead and do a couple of things to remind you of some verbs. So let me just get out of sight. I'm going to put on some blank space right here, and we'll talk about some verbs. Okay, so let me remind you of just a couple of verbs we're going to be using for you. So we're going to use the verb être, which of course is to be, and it's je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils, elles sont. Now, quite honestly, we're not going to worry about the plural section or any of this. We're not going to worry about plural, and we're not going to worry about formal. We're just going to stick to the singular section, and we're going to stick to doing the singular and informal. So that's what we're going to stick to. So we're going to talk about using être. So remember, être. We're also going to be talking about doing avoir. And of course, this is j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, on a. Once again, we're not going to worry about the plural. We're just going to worry about the singular and the informal, not the formal. ER verbs. Remember our endings, and remember they're all pronounced the same way. So for example, we're going to learn a new verb in this one. The verb tousser, which means to cough, tousser. But I would say je tousse. Tu tousses, are you coughing? Tu tousses. Or il tousse, he's coughing. Elle tousse, she's coughing. So tous, they're all pronounced the same way. And then we also have the verb aller. Now, French 1 after lunch, you haven't gotten to the verb aller yet, but that's okay. That's je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, on va. And so I go, I am going, you go, you are going, he goes, he's going. So vais, va, and va. And so I'm going to do something, I'm going to a place, you're going to do something, you're going to a place. And so we're also going to have the verb aller. Not really too much in this one, just at the very beginning, but it's there anyway, so don't forget that we have that verb. Okay. So, with that in mind, let's get to some lessons. So, that verb aller, right here, That verb aller is the verb that we were using when we went to say, like, just generally speaking, how are you? Hey, how's it going? How are you doing? You know, what's going on? How's it going? That was the verb aller. How's it going? So that would be like, comment ça va? Hey, how's it going? How are you doing? Let me turn on the lights, though. Maybe it's a little dark on my face. Whoop. And whoop. Okay, so no, because I can't see the board now. Ta-da! And I'm not editing any of this out because you know me. That's just how it goes. All right, so comment ça va? Right, and then you might say, for example, you might say, oh, ça va bien, ça va bien. Oh, it's going fine, no problem. Or je vais bien, je vais bien. Now, this is not really about your health. Not really. This is not really about like if you're feeling sick or you're feeling healthy. This is just like the general, how's it going kind of a thing. Okay, so that we're not going to use for this vocabulary that we're going to do for sicknesses at this time of the virus. Okay, what we're going to do is have some other questions. When we're talking about the viruses and the illnesses, we'll be talking right now about le coronavirus. Le coronavirus. Un virus is a virus. So virus is going to be pronounced that S. It's one of those exceptions. You know, sometimes we pronounce that S, even though most of the time we don't. But on virus, we're going to pronounce the S. So la coronavirus is the coronavirus. Un virus is a virus. All right. And the virus starts out feeling like maybe you have the flu, which you could just have the flu, right? But the symptoms are a little bit symptomatic of the flu. So how do we say the flu? We say la grippe. La grippe. La grippe is the flu. All right. So those are the two basic things we're talking about. We're going to get in this lesson that we're going to do some symptoms that you might have for having the flu, which would be the same as the coronavirus, which I'm sure you don't have. Okay. So maintain social distance. Oh, protection. Okay. So here we go. Questions about your health. So if someone wanted to ask not just how it's going in general, but like how do you feel in terms of your health, because you don't look like you're feeling well. How are you feeling? So you might say, comment tu te sens? 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 All right? Now, those in the French 1, you haven't gotten to the reflexive verbs yet. But those of you in French 2, this is one of our reflexive verbs. The verb is se sentir. Se sentir. And so we would have comment tu te sens. You have to put that pronoun that's right in front of the reflexive pronoun. Comment tu te sens? How do you feel? How do you feel? And then the answer, hopefully, for most of you, like, 90% of you probably, and even probably 100% of you, hopefully, is you're going to say, I feel fine, I feel well, I'm in good health, I'm doing fine in terms of my health. And so that answer would say, je suis bien, I'm well. Now that's the verb être. Je suis bien, je suis bien, je suis bien, I am well. Okay? You wouldn't say je suis bon, I'm good. You say je suis bien, we're going to use the adverb, bien, well, I am well. Je suis en bonne santé, en bonne santé. Je suis en bonne santé, so I am in good health. Je suis en bonne santé, I am in good health. And je me sens bien, je me sens bien, je me sens bien, I feel well, je me sens bien. Okay? So, there are different ways to do it. Je suis bien, je suis en bonne santé, je suis en bonne forme, je suis en forme. That's another way to say it. And je me sens bien. So, I've got tu te sens comment? Comment tu te sens? And then I've got je me sens. So, whenever I am changing the subject. So, how are you doing? How are you doing? Tu te sens. And if I want to say I am doing, je me sens. So, this is just a little bit of a review for those in French too that we're using the reflexive verb. Okay? What about if I'm not feeling well? I'm not feeling well. Okay, so if we're not feeling well, then we're going to answer instead of je me sens bien, it's going to be more along the lines of je suis malade. I am sick. I am sick. Je suis malade. So, je suis en bonne santé. I'm in good health. En bonne santé, in good health. Or je suis malade. I am sick. Je ne suis pas en forme. Don't forget your negatives, okay? So your negatives, your ne pas is going around the suis. Now, in spoken French, we're probably going to drop the ne, and we'll just say, je suis pas en forme, je suis pas en forme, pas en forme with the liaison, pas en forme, je suis pas en forme. Okay? Or, je me sens mal, je me sens mal, je me sens mal, je me sens mal, je me sens mal. I don't feel well, je me sens pas bien, je me sens mal, I feel sick, I feel ill. Je me sens mal, I feel bad. Or, je ne me sens pas bien, je ne me sens pas bien. So I don't feel well. The ne and the pas still there, but remember, especially those who are in the French 2 class, that your ne and your pas don't go just around the verb, it also goes around the pronoun. Okay, so if we have one of those pronouns that we talked about, the reflexive pronoun, the COD or the COI, those object pronouns, direct or indirect object pronouns, it goes inside the ne pas. So make sure that you're saying it there. So, je me sens pas bien, je me sens pas bien. Okay? Now, we're going to stop the video here, and those are just basic questions. We're going to have a part 2 uploaded, and the part 2 is going to deal with specific things if you want to know, well, you don't feel well, what's the matter with you? Right? So what's the matter with you? I'm going to name a headache, a stomach ache, a cough, whatever it is. And then we're going to also have in the next video maybe a little bit of an assignment that you can work on. So make sure that you subscribe and click the bell, ping, and then you can make sure that if I produce other ones of these, you're going to get it uploaded. Okay? So we'll see you in a minute. Go Bulldogs.